Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the
LGD
Summit
Gaming's
3
turn to
China.
ban.
And, well, when I hope everything is going to be good and set up for right now. Sorry I couldn't change the little score ticker there on the bracket screen. I don't have access to kind of change it, blah, blah, blah. I'll get it fixed later. But it is sure enough a
10
one-game
seconds
advantage for
remaining.
HyperGlory team as they take on LGD Gaming in this, what you may
5
call,
seconds
upper
remaining.
bracket semifinal matchup. Winner gets to move on to the winter finals, where they're only
Reserve
one
time.
series away from claiming a spot at the Summit LAN. Loser not going to be
Radiant
knocked out, but they
team
will be
banned.
shoved down into the lower bracket, where I believe they have VGP waiting for them. So big stuff here, and what many suspected to be a pretty heavy favorite here for LGD. I believe the last time I checked the
10
Dota 2
seconds
Lounge, it was
remaining.
like 80-something% in favor for LGD.
5
And,
seconds
well, based on that
remaining.
last match, it didn't look like it. HyperGlory team pretty much had their number from top to bottom. And,
Reserve time.
well, we'll have to see here if LGD can kind of square things up and try to take it to a Game 3, or if we're going to be seeing a huge HyperGlory team 2-0
Radiant
upset.
team pick.
I am KotLGuy, bringing you the English coverage. I'm doing it at my solo, so I do appreciate everyone coming out and hanging and, you know, giving me your bits of sympathy. But here we go, folks. We'll get well underway here. This time, LGD, they don't want to chance it, so they ban out the Wisp, which they should. Kaka plays a pretty damn good Wisp, as we saw in that last game. Sniper also banned. They get rid of the Tree and the Chen. A lot of hate towards the supports here from LGD. And they
10
pick up the
seconds
Storm Spirit
remaining.
and the Ancient Apparition. On the side of HyperGlory team, banning out the Bat.
5
Ban out that
seconds
Troll, thank
remaining.
goodness. Get rid of the Lycanthrope. That's an interesting
LGD
ban.
Gaming's
And the
turn to
Clockwork.
pick.
They pick up Shadow Fiend, Lion, and Earthshaker for themselves.
Radiant
So I anticipate
team
this is
pick.
going to be the Air Shadow Fiend. They got a Lion, who of course is just very versatile and one of the best supports you can ask for if you want instant burst, instant CC. Lion is very good against something like Storm Spirit. It forces Storm Spirit to kind of second guess his committed jumps. I mean, you think you have an easy target on someone, let's say like your Shadow Fiend. You dive on in there, and the next thing you know, a Lion just comes out from the dark. Whether it's a blinking in Lion or
10
just even
seconds
one to
remaining.
casually walk in there, he will quickly get you hexed and then quickly
5
follow it up with a
seconds
burrow strike,
remaining.
and you are not going anywhere. By that point, he's going to turn around, hit you with a couple of raises, and all the meanwhile,
Reserve
he's
time.
he's draining away your mana. So a good grab to kind of go back at the Storm Spirit. Other teams could consider something like a Silencer. It was funny enough because the Chinese Dota scene was where I really first saw Silencer being first banned, first picked for a while. And in a situation like this where he could be pretty prominent, they kind of pass over him for now and they just grab Lion and Earthshaker. But hey, it is what it is. On the side of LGD Gaming, they get their secondary support by picking up the Rubik. Can't really hate on that because, you know, Rubik gets a lot out of the game as it is. Earthshaker provides an instant
LGD
fissure.
Gaming's turn to
Lion,
pick.
of course, you pretty much take anything he's got and it's going to be something useful. And now even the Queen of Pain has been picked up, can offer a lot with the Blink, with the Scream, Sonic Wave even. But it is going to be the Queen of Pain grab here from HyperGlory team. And what could be the off-lane Queen of Pain? I don't know if HyperGlory team are on the whole Earthshaker off-lane bandwagon like we saw some teams like Empire
10
do.
seconds
And even
remaining.
EG did it recently. They had a little change-up where they ran Universe in the
5
off-lane with an
seconds
Earthshaker
remaining.
here. But I anticipate this is going to be an off-lane Queen of Pain.
Reserve time.
Or it could be a mid lane Queen of Pain and a safe lane farming Shadow Fiend. We'll have to see. But I anticipate more of a safe or a mid lane Shadow Fiend, considering HyperGlory team, I believe, picked this up into LGD Gaming's first pick, Storm Spirit here. So we'll see. Now for the side of LGD, they got to get what? They got to get a safe lane core farmer. They got to get an off laner as well. Other prominent off-lane options they could consider that are still available. Axe has been completely ignored, and I want to say that Axe was also ignored in Game 1. I don't know if that's something that they don't really care for at all, but it's something that still could be of strong use if they want to go for it here. I mean, there's not really much that could be, you know, a problem for Axe here, unless they're just very elusive and could kite him about. But other than that, Bristleback Tide Hunter is something else, but they are limited on a bit of options here, as Batrider and Clock have been taken out. So LGD kind of taking their time to think this one through. And then, of course, they are going to need the Sylar hero at the end. Unless Sylar is their mid laner now, like we saw in last game, and he's going to be playing the Storm Spirit, which, who knows at this point. Could see the infamous Morphling Sylar as well. Anti-Mage also a possible option. Looks like they're going to go with the
Radiant
Phoenix here
team
for their
ban.
offlane pickup. Tweet, tweet. They don't really have the lockdown that you see most teams to kind of get the most out of the egg, though. But he is elusive, hard to get a hold of in that offlane. Can't get bullied back, and you don't really have to worry about too much silence
10 seconds
quite
remaining.
yet on the side of Hyperglory team to really stop him. Yeah, they got a good amount of stuns,
5 seconds
but
remaining.
if it's not like a Skywrath Mage, if it's not like a Silencer, then Phoenix shouldn't run into too much
Reserve
trouble
time.
in the offlane matchup there. So they'll look to make the best out of it. Final bans to be coming out from here. Hyperglory team have to anticipate that this needs to be a Sylar ban. So your Morph, your Anti-Mage, maybe they'll make the ones to make a go at something like a Medusa. We'll have to see. I'm not seeing any sort of blatant synergy here, though, which is the one thing. I mean, they pick up this AA. It does offer global. They didn't get the AA to stop
LGD
any sort of
Gaming's
sustain
turn
unless
to
Air's
ban.
like a mech Shadow Fiend kind of a guy. So that what leads me to believe that maybe they're going for something a bit more global. Maybe Hyperglory teams see that as well, and they ban out the Spectre, knowing that they could just easily get a nice setup with an Ice Blast,
10
followed up with a
seconds
Haunt,
remaining.
+1, and it makes it no problem. But
Radiant
that's a
team
Nyx ban,
pick.
so we could be seeing a Sylar Medusa here.
Spirit Breaker.
Spirit Breaker is going to be the immediate pickup here from
LGD
Hyperglory team.
Gaming's
That
turn
seems
to
to
pick.
be... What is this? Okay. Interesting. Alright, so maybe a safe lane farming Queen of Pain, off lane Spirit Breakers, safe lane... I mean, the only thing that's really bopping out at me is Queen of Pain mid, Shadow Fiend in your safe lane farming, so Spirit Breaker in the off lane, and yeah, sure enough, it is going to be the Sylar Medusa. No real surprise about that. Maybe they were thinking about having a go at the Spectre first and foremost, but with that ban on the Nyx, it doesn't become more clear that they just kind of want to take that Medusa and try to show Hyperglory team how it's done. But I am very curious about this Spirit Breaker. It looks like Westbrook is picking up now, and in the last game, he did play the kind of core farming Sand King in that aggressive tri-lane setup. So we'll have to see if they're going to be doing something similar to that. Maybe they're going to go aggro again. Maybe they're anticipating Sylar wants to kind of have an easy farming period, and they want to be there to stop it. We'll have to see. Because it looks like ZSMJ actually picks it up. It is going to be a farming Queen of Pain. Maybe a safe lane farming Queen of Pain.
10
Very,
seconds
very
remaining.
interesting. Hyperglory team now doing something a bit different like we saw from
Prepare
LGD
for
in the last
battle.
game. But regardless, here we are, folks. This is going to be game number 2 of this best of 3 matchup. All right, I got frozen players here. Yep, okay. This is one of those moments. Now, remember, we are on Perfect World servers, so sometimes things like this happen. I'm going to do an immediate disconnect, reconnect, and that should hopefully solve the issue. So just bear with me here. You know, I'm trying to connect from New York City to China's Perfect World server through their crazy, crazy firewall, and there's bound to be a couple of hiccups along the way. But as you can see, one quick little reconnect, and things are smooth sailing here. And before any sort of blood is drawn. So here we go, folks. It's going to be Hyperglory team up 1 game here in this best of 3
seconds to
matchup, taking on LGD Gaming. I'll lead off your introductions for your dire side. We got LGD. It's going to be Sylar playing your Medusa, MMY, also known as X. He's going to be playing your Rubik. The director, Zhao Wait, he's going to be playing your support, Ancient Apparition. We got Maybe, who's going to be playing what looks like your mid lane Storm Spirit, and that will leave Yao off lane Phoenix. On the Radiant side, we got a Hyperglory team, also known as Hearts Get Together. It's going to be KotLGuy, who's playing your support Earthshaker. We got Westbrook
The battle begins.
playing your decked out Spirit Breaker. Along the bottom, we got Pretty Han, your support Lion. Air, who's going to be playing your mid lane Shadow Fiend. And that leaves legendary player ZSMJ on your illustrious Queen of Pain, as he'll step back and kind of farm up the camp here. So are we going to be seeing dual lanes here from Hyperglory team, or what? Probably, for the most part, KotLGuy. He's going to be one to kind of dance around the mid lane, dance around the bottom lane as you're roaming Earthshaker, and just trying to being there to help out. In situations like this, where as you can see, Zhao Wait, he wants to help maybe secure a good, strong start here. This is where KotLGuy comes in and says, no, don't bully back my Air Shadow Fiend. We need him to get some early CS as well. So both supports are going to be duking it out here as they help out the mid laners. And for the off-lane matchup, Westbrook, we'll see if he goes for the early Orb of Venom. For now, though, Stout Shield, 7 tangos in a salve. He's anticipating he's going to be eating a lot of harassment here. And he will just start chewing through the tangos just so he can hang around as long as possible and soak in that XP. Regardless, though, I don't anticipate Sylar's going to run into too much trouble with his early CS. On the other side of the world, Pretty Hot trying his best to zone back Yao. Yao, though, he'll trade as long as he can. He doesn't have nearly as much CS. He went with boots first on this Phoenix here. So he's got to be a little bit careful. I know he has Icarus Dive to always get away just in case, but he does not have very much regen. So if he eats too much harassment, he might be too nervous about getting close because you're going against a Queen of Pain here. You can quickly just kind of blink on your ass and take you out. Right now, though, he's only level 1, and he put that first level into Shadow Strike, but as the levels do come together, Phoenix will have to play a little bit more cautiously. In fact, could have regen on the way. Yeah, needs more tangos, no surprise. 4 tangos to come. Now he can feel a bit more comfortable about staying close to the lane. I'm just surprised to see he put so much value into getting those early boots. He did block out the pole camp here.
That should help.
So the Creeper Librium will be near the tower. And he grabs up the Invis. Ooh, pretty hot. He's going to have to see that rune go away. This is nice for Yao. Oh, he's actually going to make the committed go here onto Pretty Hot, thinking that he had an easy go, but Kaka is close by, will not allow it. At your top lane, they're making it go on the Westbrook here. There's a lift back, nicely set up with that cold feet, and he's going to be forced to charge away. The snake, though, is it going to snip him? Oh, it gets him, but he gets away. 20 life, barely alive right there. Westbrook very thankful to get a quick charge on that one. That could have been sketchy. That was nicely set up between Xiao and MMY with your cold feet and your lift. You don't see Ancient Apparition get cold feet very often early unless it's pretty obvious you have a way to make it work, whether it's stuns or whether it's a telekinesis like that. They almost make it count, but not quite enough. And they're going to get some stacks here on the way out. Xiao working with the pull camp here. And MMY now making his rotation towards the mid lane. I anticipate Hyperglory team would love to make a go here, eventually onto maybe before he reaches that level 6. Trying to keep your Storm Spirit in check. Well, it looks like ZSMJ should pretty much have his own time here, farming it on up. Their head CS, though, currently is going to be ZSMJ. 20 and 13. It's pretty much neck and neck between ZSMJ, Sylar's Medusa, and maybe Storm Spirit here. So, on paper, it does look like LGD getting the best out of this mid lane and this top lane, at least for now. Air, though, is almost level 6. And, uh-oh, they're making it go into Xiao 8. Let in with the charge. Cockroach right there with the Fissure to follow up, and there it is. They get their kill. It does force out a rotation from Yao as well. And they want to love to get one last return kill here, but they can't do it. Hyperglory team do strike first as they get first blood. Good grab for them. They take advantage of an out-of-position Ancient Apparition that was set up with Kaka. Pretty hot. Scouting out a haste rune here. Going to nurse it for air. And then Y shows up. Is he going to pop it and make a go? He will. Set up with the Earth Spike, and oh, right before we get a raise off, there's a quick telekinesis, but he's got haste. Arms flapping back in the wind. Nice sidestep juke, MMY. Please deny me, Dragons, please. Does not get it, unfortunately. It's going to be Air who picks up that one. Now here comes Maybe. It's not going to matter. Of all the runes, it's the S4 rune that helps Air get that kill. And now it's Hyperglory team up 2 kills. So just when I say that LGD are getting the best out of 2 of the 3 lanes, quickly things start to turn around. You have Air, who's able to get a quick pick right there, taking down MMY. And Westbrook, who's able to help in taking down Xiao 8. He's charging in right now. He would love to body bump Sylar, but no, it looks like he's just going to use it to get back into lane. He's going right for the urn. But yeah, he can't really stand too much to this Medusa. He's going to keep getting knocked back.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So it's a little bit of pressure here on LGD now to make something happen out of this early game. I say that, but then when you really look at their lineup, it's just not a lot as far as the early game goes.
Too bad.
I mean, don't get me wrong, they have great setup between Rubik and AA, as we saw previously, but they haven't been able to make it count. And it's going to take some time before maybe he's able to kind of try to be the mid-game presence as his Storm Spirit. No surprise, Medusa is just going to need a lot of time before she can really come online. And even Phoenix, one of those heroes that just really needs the levels. Might even have to see a Midas come together after the Tranquils are complete. But first and foremost, try to get that level 6 and get the most out of that Supernova. Alright, Regen Rune now picked up for your Storm Spirit. He is level 7, so Ball Lightning is ready to go. He has some stacks that he would love to farm up here. Looks like he's going to go right to work on that. We'll have to see if this is going to be a Orchid kind of a game first and foremost, if he's going to go more farm and go for Bloodstone. Treads. Got to get the shoes first. Alright, here comes Kaka. Eyeballing this mid lane here. MMY's here trying to get some solo farm. Will scout out pretty hot. Pulls him back towards the tower. Oh, long jump in and a quick snipe right there from Maybe. Getting the most out of this regen room while he can. Gets the pull. Still has the regen. They haven't hit him yet. Sidesteps again. Sidesteps some more. He is jumping all over the place and getting the most out of this green room. He gets 2 kills with it. Here comes Westbrook. They're able to get the finish onto MMY. Can they get Maybe here, though? They can. Oh! Quick little sidestep. This comes after the Sonic Wave. He's somehow juking away from this, but they will eventually get him. Double kill for ZSMJ. Yao makes a rotation towards the mid lane. Westbrook pulls out a bit of extra sprint charges. He's so low, he makes it away. He'll be fine. Still, big presence again from Hyperglory team. That started out with a very good start from Maybe. Getting 2 quick kills there with that regen rune. But to get a nice return with the rotation from ZSMJ. Now it looks like Air is going to go to the top lane here. So a possible switch up. They're going to put some time for Kaka here to farm up on his Earthshaker in the mid lane. LGD have been doing a bit of the same. They want to have MMY get that level 6. Get that spell still ready to go. And same goes for Pretty Hawk. They need him to have some time. So this is support farm time for both sides. And we might see some of these cores look to make some action happen here. We got 3 Hyperglory team going towards the mid. Charges out from Westbrook. He's not level 6 yet. Uh-oh, what's going on down here? Is the SMJ trading it up a bit? Looks like they're just going to have to walk away. Walk away. Maybe he's ready to play, though. He's thinking about maybe something on a Pretty Hard in the bottom lane. ZSMJ with that haste rune is nearby. Not going to be an easy target here for Maybe.
Radiant's top tower.
Look at Pretty High here. He's coming around the corner. And they got Air here as well. Maybe immediate Hex. There's the screen. Yao can't do anything about it. Does not have the egg or anything. And that's just a quick pick on your Storm Spirit there. Good quick grab from Hyperglory team. He did not foresee Pretty Hot just like coming in from the side right there.
Dire's bottom
they get a nice little setup. Now
attack.
they look to add pressure, it looks like, onto this top, or bottom rather, tier 1 tower.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
5-2, your early score here. Advantage for Hyperglory team as they try to bring down
Radiant's
their first tower.
has
I say that, but the first tower actually goes to the favor of
Dire's
LGD.
bottom tower
Little
is under
Sylar, who's been
attack.
farming up this Medusa in the top lane this whole time. Has her phase boots Aquila and about 1,800 gold. Quickly rotates here to the bottom to help out. This tower is very low, so Hyperglory team do not want to walk away without getting it. And they're going to try to start something off with
Dire's bottom
this
tower
smoke here.
is under attack.
We'll have to see if LGD do fall for it. They have a charge on the Sylar here. It's coming from your Spirit Breaker. They have a ward that will scout him coming in.
Dire's
And it's
bottom
enough
tower
zonage, it
has
looks
fallen.
like, to allow Hyperglory team to finish off that tower. So they will
Radiant's
grab that
middle
one.
tower
Maybe
is under
he
attack.
grabs up a DD rune here at the top of the river and will take it with himself towards that top lane. Tower trade from both sides. Hyperglory team with a slight edge considering the amount of kills they've been able to bring in. But you also have to factor in Sylar, who continues to farm pretty much uncontested through this game. Now doing work here on the bottom. We'll have to see if he just kind of does the same path that we saw in the previous game in the hands of ZSMJ, picking up the Yasha first and foremost. as he pretty much has the gold for it, and I actually think he got it, and there it is. It's on the way. No real surprises there. So Yasha now in the hand of your Medusa. Phoenix is now level 6. And look at this. Somehow, some way, Zhao Wei has found a way to farm up this top lane enough to get a Midas at 10 minutes in. 10 minutes, 30 seconds or so. And if you're a support AA, that is wonderful. Wonderful timing. He's got the levels now coming together. He can blitz towards that Agnum Scepter. That is a big deal. You know, it does leave MMY a bit starved as far as farm goes. He's still trying to get level 6 himself, but I'm sure he doesn't have any flaws about it. Okay, Kaka moves on in, gets the picture on to Yao. Yao does have the egg. If they can lock him down long enough, he won't be able to get it off. He does get it off. But they're going to try to right-click it down here. Westbrook in pretty hot. They get it done. Your Phoenix goes down. Another strike on MMY. Could follow up with a second. Will. Double kill for him, but Sylar gets a double himself, cleaning up the backliners. Ends up being a 3-for-2 trade advantage for LGD. A big one at that, as it was Medusa of all people to get that sweet double. And now she's going to clean up these Ancients. After just completing that Yasha, already has about 1,400 gold. Looks like Air is going to be going for a BKB. No Yules, no mech. BKB. Which, looking at the lineup from LGD, does help against your Storm Spirit. ZSMJ here, he's going right for the Orchid. Does this mean we're going to have to see a Yules on the Storm Spirit? We'll have to see. He's going right for a Bloodstone. So he's trying to go right for the farm acceleration and obviously the extra resources, but that Orchid could prove to be a rude awakening for him. And sometimes we'll even see your Storm Spirits pick up a Yules just to have it defensively. Oh, Zhao Wei, see you later. Okay, that didn't take a lot of effort. Quick fissure, quick finger. And even ZSMJ getting in on the action, as he's the one to finish it off.
Is under attack.
Your AA will get dropped. Charge now on to Sylar. There's ZSMJ. Stone Gaze to be popped, and it's enough. Kind of similar to what you see from your Naga Sirens. Just pop down that ultimate, and it is a safe escape. Is that sound effect from Medusa? Yeah, she's got like that gross, slithery sound. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but... Storm from the high ground now goes down below as he gets a hold of Kaka here, pulls him back, the charges out onto him, but they get the finger that was stolen from MMY, and they put it to use right there. Now Pretty Hot looking to come in. Give me that mana. Moves on forward, doesn't have enough mana though. Followed up with a stun. There's Westbrook making another strike onto MMY, maybe. Bottles up and gets the quick kill finishing off the Lion. Now moves over for Westbrook, gets the pull. And the help from Yao. Ice Blast will come in, but does not connect. A double kill for Maybe there. Oh no! Sonic Wave sidestep from MMY will not get connected as he uses that stolen blink to hop up to the north to get away. MMY, man, what a player. First he has that nice little finger, and he sidesteps the blink with the blink. Okay. LGD on the comeback here. They even things up 8-8. As Sylar already finishes out his first ulti orb towards that Scotty. Now he trucks on forward, trying to get this tier 1 in the mid lane. We'll switch over to the net worth now, and you can see Medusa reigns queen at the top at about 7,200 gold, with Maybe right behind her about 7k. We missed the back end of that, but it's Zhao Wei getting picked off on the bottom. Set up with your Spirit Breaker, lockdown from your Earthshaker. Here's a committed jump in from Maybe. Echo barely connects onto MMY. He's in trouble though, and Maybe goes right onto it. It is going to be MMY who does get the last hit. So it's a 1-for-1 trade, a support for a support on this bottom. But this is more blood charges for Maybe as he pushes it up to 9 now. But there it is, the Orchid, now complete on ZSMJ. They're going to make a jump here. Pretty Hot thinks he can run on forward.
Radiant's
Here's
middle
Xiao Wei.
tower
Now
is
steps
falling.
in. The tower goes down. They make a dive forward. The blast goes off in the head. But he already moved to sidestep it. That would have been
Radiant's
fatal
bottom tower
if it
is
did
under
connect
attack.
on ZSMJ, but not to be caught. Looks like Air will strut his stuff towards this mid lane, still trying to, never mind. I was going to say trying to finish out that BKB, but suddenly BKB now complete. MMY though with this Invis rune. He's got eyes on Pretty Ha here. And he only has Enchant Totem. This is not an Enchant Totem with a stun. There is grab. He's going to steal Mana Drain, and they get the quick kill onto your Lion. Maybe, though. Lock with the Fissure, and he goes down. There's that debut of the Orchid, and there is nowhere the Storm can go. But with that Bloodstone, he quickly comes back to life and makes his return to the mid lane. Long jump forward. Tries to get the ball on the Westbrook control. Make the Ice Blast connect. Just the effect, though. And now Stone Gaze is going to be popped, but they still get the Phoenix regardless. Now it's Sylar looking to come in from behind. Double kill for Air, though, as he takes down 2. Air is going to go down thereafter. Double kill for Maybe after just getting taken down. Quickly gets those charges back. Now they make a committed go. On to Sylar. With no more mana to work with. Nether Strike locks him in place, and they get him down. Maybe moves back in. He's got no mana. He gets bumped. There's the finger. Kaka locks him down, and they get him. 5-man wipe as they eliminate all of LGD. And Storm Spirit, who just came back, gets a couple of kills, goes down again. Now at 5 charges. Big swing right there for Hyper Glory Team. Oh, Blade Mail. Seems to be completed now for Westbrook. We'll head back and grab that one up. Blade Mail Spirit Breaker. Not something we see all the time. I'm not too sure what its use will be in this game, but I'm excited to see what it really does. Lion is just trying to get this Blink Dagger together. He has his top lane to work with. Got 1,500 gold. But look at this. LGD now smoked up. There's the committed jump. Air, though, quickly pops his BKB. MMY will take a raise. And they're not going to get the pick, but they do force out a BKB charge from Air. This is your downside to getting the first BKB. I mean, it's already down to 8 seconds in, and we haven't even reached 20 minutes into this game yet. That gets a bit scary, but now it's going to be Hyper Glory Team to go on their own smoke adventure here. Westbrook out in front. Sylar, so tasty looking. LGD could be baiting this here. They make the dive onto him. They get him down. But here comes the return. A move in egg is going to be cracked, not coming with anything. But maybe determined to get something done. Diving. ZSMJ going to blink out in the way. Westbrook will go down as he charges on in. Big Echo return, though, from Kaka. Connects onto 2 in Air. Unleashes his own Requiem, and maybe he's going to be the sole survivor to make his way out. It's another big fight for Hyper Glory Team. They only lose their Spirit Breaker. LGD thought they could maybe make a small bait happen, but I don't think they anticipated the whole Hyper Glory Team squad to be there. And they lose a lot. They get Sylar down quickly before before LGD rather could get in there and help out. A dive in egg from Phoenix just gets quickly taken down. That's where you really need the levels. I mean, you see, he's trying to get this Midas because you got to get that egg leveled up. At this point in the game, it doesn't take a lot to break it. And it's just quick work for him. I mean, Storm Spirit, he's going to have to consider either a BKB or a Yule's. It looks like it's going to be the former. He already has the Ogre Club here.
Yes.
But he's got to find the time to farm it. Oh, Pretty hot. What happened? He was so close to getting a Blink Dagger, and now he's put back at 1,000. Well, they're going to make a go onto Sylar here. And there's going to be the Nether Strike. They bump him back. He's now out of mana. He will go down. Ice Blast connects onto Pretty hot, but the Lion has plenty of life to work with. It's another takedown of a Sylar Medusa. Hyper Glory Team, man. They're moving as like a 4 or 5-man hit squad, but they're making it count. Now up 20 to 14.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Their net worth advantage doesn't seem very dramatic, but of course you got to give that credit to Sylar with his persistent farm. He actually went right for the Manta. Okay, a bit different than what we saw from like ZSMJ in the last game. He just went more Yasha first and foremost, then finish out the Scotty. He went Manta first. Your Ice Blast will connect on the air. I guess that's enough to force Hyperglory team back and away.
Is under attack.
Maybe, who's just trying to finish out a BKB, continues to push out the top lane. Still got a ways to go for that. But yeah, what happened, man? Pretty hot. Last time I checked in on him, he was about 1,600 gold towards a Blink Dagger. It's been a hard game for your Lion. He's 1-5 and 6. He's very involved, but he doesn't really get to stick around for all the sweet loot. So he's got to go back to square one as he continues farming out this top lane. Trying to get a Blink Dagger here. ZSMJ looks to be finishing or trying to get a BKB himself on his Queen of Pain. And Air is just going right for the Scotty after his BKB. So we got 2 ulti orders. And really, he's like, what, 1,200 gold away from finishing it? He has good timing here.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Here for Xiao 8. It's got 2 of the 4 components for the Ags. But he'll just continue to farm it about here. Where's our Midas? Xiao. Almost there, not quite yet. Uh-oh, what's happening top lane? They're making it go into pretty hot. He's just trying to get a Blink Dagger, goddammit! Sonic Wave, and they're able to quickly take down Storm. He actually ends up doing the suicide, so they don't get any sort of bounty, but it's still a takedown on maybe as it is. It's going to put him off from his BKB and bring him down. 4 charges. There's Xiao Wei. He gets stunned as he goes for the D ward. Ooh, they thought about making him the charge, but it looks like once they saw MMY nearby, they didn't want to have anything to do with that. This is looking pretty good for Hyperglory team. Now pushing ahead 21-14, but there is our Phoenix Midas. Better late than never, I suppose. He's almost got level 11. We got to get that egg up there. I mean, look at the difference. It goes from 5 to 8. It's big. It seems like it's only 3 attacks, but that is big. How many times have we seen an egg barely scathed by 1 attack? Too many, I'd say. Okay, Ice Blast. Zoning Ice Blast. Not going to connect on anything. It looks like Sylar is now going to truck forward for his Scotty as he just starts off with the good old reliable point booster first and foremost. But Kaka, unlike his comrade Pretty Hot, was able to finish out his own Blink Dagger. How's Pretty Hot doing? Oh, hey, look at this. He is on 1 creep away. There it is. Blink Dagger gold. Buy it now, son. Buy it now. So we got Blink on your Lion. We got Blink on your Earthshaker. Hyperglory team, man. They have the initiation in their favor now. And Air has his Scotty complete. He is your king of net worth right now at about 12K. Behind him is Maybe at about 11. Then your Sylar Medusa at 10K. All right, well, Maybe does finish his BKB. Doesn't have it on hand quite yet. We'll see. Hyperglory team, I'm surprised they're not smoked up. They're not trying to make a strong debut with these Blink Daggers. They're just kind of casually moving about. Place out a pretty aggressive ward in LGD territory. And they're looking to eliminate this tier 1 tower. Ice Blast will connect on Air, but they want to rid of this tier 1. Then their options for Roche open up a lot more. They couldn't have a crossing pass here with Yao. Yao says, no, I'm out of here. See you later. Goes up to the high ground to get away. But they'll see these stacks. Are they going to take them? Sweet stacks for Air. Nummy, nummy. So pull back and make a go. LGD, they don't want any of this. Those are our stacks. Get away. Zoning Ice Vortex. I see you. You see me. Go away. And it actually is enough to force Hyperglory team to get back. Okay, now a smoke to fly out from LGD. They want to take it right back to him here.
Radiant's
Maybe
top
has
tower
his
is under attack.
BKB on hand. Shall wait. Very close to the bag. There's the long jump. He's pretty hot. Gets the pull. They take out the Lion immediately. This could end up being just what looks like a quick hit and run. But is the Lion pick enough to go for Roche? It looks like it. LGD are going to move right in and get it done. The Glory team, we'll check out their vision. They are in the dark. They do have this one ward here. They'll not see anyone go towards the bottom. They don't see anyone go towards the mid, so by deduction, they got to be in that pit. We'll check out the vision here for LGD. They don't have as much, but now they see him show up. Westbrook going in first and foremost. There's the MMY going to get bullied down immediately, and they might get the committed go. They take out the Earthshaker. A going to be popped as they zone him back with the Stone Gaze. LGD looking to clear house. Air turns back. Requiem going to be unleashed. Not that big of damage. They focus fire Sylar here. Sonic Wave, his mana begins to crumble down. Sylar needs help. Oh, it gets taken down. They get the Phoenix Bird. ZSMJ persistent to go for Sylar here and will get him down. Does he lose his own life? No! Long jump to the high ground to get away. Maybe. Can he catch him? No, he cannot. Oh, boy. Maybe has to get the hell out of here. A 3-for-2 trade. Can he go? Nope. Pretty hot, back from the dead with a revenge kill as he's able to help take him down. That ends up being a 4-man drop on the side of LGD. Hyper Glory team, if they had more, they could start off this Roche. It looks like Ayers is going to get it started now. He needs help, though. And it looks like he's going to get it. They move right in. Look at this turnaround. It's Hyper Glory team looking to take the Roche for themselves. LGD, they already committed the Ice Blast even to that bottom lane. They can't do anything to stop it. Air gets his Aegis. They blink in. Oh, almost get MMY. They do catch him with the stun. They force back. Oh, that's a big Ice Blast. That does connect, but there's no follow-up. So they get the kill. They take out the Rubik. Now they move for Zhao Wei here. Just a simple BKB turnaround. And a ZSMJ dominating now on his Queen of Pain as they get the turnaround. This is very impressive play coming out from Hyper Glory team in what could be a very unexpected upset. Ahead now 27-7. Their net worth not dramatically ahead. About 1,500. Of course, that's your Medusa who keeps farming up. Get away from my ancients! This time, though, Hyper Glory team do get a lot of them. But you know you are in a tough time. The How Phoenix here, just able to barely throw together his Midas. He is at a pretty low 5K net worth. I mean, you have 2K above that, your Ancient Apparition support. I mean, it has been pretty hard here for LGD to get some farm together. We're expecting a lot, maybe. From Maybe. I didn't mean to do that. They were expecting a lot here from Maybe on his Storm Spirit, but he's had to kind of step off and get this BKB now. And his Bloodstone charges begin to crumble down now at 4. The Storm Spirit is just not as effective as they'd like him to be at this point in the game. Hyper Glory team not looking to let up. There's a charge out. They can get Sylar here. They lead it in with an Echo. Lock him in place. Help is not close as they quickly take him down. It is just an easy solo pick onto the Medusa. Tries to go for a snipe there. It actually does connect on the Kaka. I don't think it's enough. Is it enough? It's level 2. Is it an Ags? It is an Ags. He's dead. I think Kaka's going to shatter right here. Oh, he goes down. Okay. That's a one-man return kill, but if it's a Sylar Medusa for a Kaka Earthshaker, then I don't think Hyper Glory team mind too much. So now they'll move forward here as they segue towards this tier 2, trying to get in as much right-click damage as possible, but there's going to be the rotation to come. Air tries to get back and away, does have his BKB. Not pop it yet. There's the pull. He thinks he can turn back here on a Maybe. They each trade BKBs. Maybe makes the jump away from the Requiem, but not so lucky. It's going to be your Rubik, and they quickly annihilate as they take out Zhao Wei. Yao able to get a double kill, but his egg gets bursted immediately from Air. Maybe trying to make a run as he bottles up, but he gets quickly bashed. And another bash from Westbrook. He's forced to pull out the suicide. Now Air thinks he can maybe make a go onto Sylar, who does show up, but he's alone on this. Trying to defend the tier 2. Another big fight, man. It is a 4-for-2 trade for Hyperglory team. And they're going to get this tier 2 denied? Yes. Okay, Sylar. Nice little sneaky arrow there. Gets him to grant a deny, but nonetheless, 32-20. Hyperglory team to enhance their lead even further here. Oh, it's not over yet. LGD, they do have their Medusa. Late game. Could still be there for them. All right. Okay, that rune, or that ward rather, is about to expire, so they're maintaining their aggressive vision. They're going to see Yao here. Right behind. Kaka, though, is unsafe here. Maybe he's going to get to jump onto him. And there's not much they can do about it. Just a quick sidestep, and they get the pick onto Kaka. Now you have Hyperglory team. They want this top tier 1. It has been standing for far too long.
Bottom tower is under attack.
They're going to have ZSMJ take action in the lane and see if they can sneak in something from behind. Look at that. Immediate BKB retreat from Maybe.
Dire's top tower.
Nice blast will connect onto ZSMJ, but he does manage to get the tier 1 tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He does have his BKB, his Orchid, and he could be going for a Sheep Stick here. I mean, or it could be a Scotty. I mean, who
Radiant's
is,
bottom tower
who
is under
not
attack.
good with a Scotty? I wager the Sheep. It's probably the best bet here, but yeah. So Aegis will go down. It's not going to be used from Air. And he quickly fills that spot with a Morbid Mask. So he's going for the Helm of the Dominator Satanic buildup here for your Shadow Fiend. He's already got a Butterfly. He's got a Scotty. He is huge. Huge! What do they have to stop him? Where's our MKB at? It's going to have to come to Sylar, but he just finished his Scotty. So he's got a ways to go before we can get any sort of reliable damage onto this Shadow Fiend. Alright. LGD taking preemptive measures here to get a little bit of extra vision for themselves. Just so they know that they can continue to farm out. They need to stall this one out. They need Sylar to keep farming. They can't get drawn into these fights where Hyperglory teams certainly have the upper hand advantage as far as item progression. So the longer they can continue to play this one patiently, the more comfortable they feel. Because their opportunity to make something happen in the mid-game is just proven to be not too successful. Or at least not as successful as Hyperglory teams has. So here you go, BKB now on Spear Breaker. Now he can just relentlessly get in there and lock down your Sylar, lock down your Maybe without too much fear. Where you going, buddy? He's just charging towards the top lane. Help him push it back. Both teams now in a bit of a stall period here as we get a bit more passive and methodical from both sides. They will continue to farm it on up. Air getting the most of it across the map. He is 9-2-9 on his Shadow Fiend with about 20k of a net worth lead, pushing towards his own Satanic. You compare that, Sylar, they are a full item away. At about 6k disadvantage. But he's trying to get it. Getting some help here as he puts up the Ancients. He's got Yao nearby. Yao was able to throw together Yules. And it looks like your Storm Spirit Ultimate Orb, huh? He also can be sort of Sheep Stick grab. looks like Hyper Glory Team are just going to wait to get their next items together, whether that's the Satanic on your Shadow Fiend and then ZSMJ's next item. Then they'll make their committed go. While LGD will just continue to farm up all
Over here now. Where's the party?
Nice little regen there. Already you can see Hyper Glory Team kind of keeping their eyes onto the Roche. Not a very long timer. Good for them. Not good for LGD. They might even have Pretty Ha on watch duty here. Because they are going to go for it the second it does come up. And a gem grab as well. This is good. Preemptive measures to make sure they eliminate all sort of side vision here from LGD. They have an OBS over here nearby. They have an OBS behind the hill here. Oh, it's a sentry ward. Not an OBS.
Looking for me?
But this is that point of the game where both teams know Roche is going to be up. LGD need to consider doing something to stop them from getting it easy. I don't know if they have enough to really contest it. I mean, you kind of always do. A congested pit is really where a Medusa could thrive if she gets a huge stone gaze off, but not going to be easy. The Glory Team pretty elusive here. They got all their blinks. Now they're on a dewarding expedition here with Pretty Ha. Did he hand off his gem? He did. Who's got it now? Who's got it? Who's got the gem? Who's got it? It's the SMJ. Okay. I probably could have went like that and saw it easy, but yeah. It looks like Xiao Wei has his own gem. He almost is level 16. He's almost got like a maxed out Ice Blast here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
But it's about that time. Roche is up. He's ready to party. Someone's got to take him down here. And LGD, they're drawing out the plan to go down mid and maybe hang towards this Roche play. Oh, long jump. Immediate sweep on Nakaka here. They're going to go for the pull. ZSMG pops his BKB himself. They are going to get the Earthshaker. Sonic Wave to fly out. Doesn't do a whole lot there on the Sylar. And now the egg. Could even get brought down here from Air. He's trying to get it, but he doesn't have enough. Can't do it. Double kill for Sylar. It's now Hyper Glory Team on the back foot. Air is able to unleash his Requiem. Quick self-fuel zone from Yao helps him out. Air goes down. LGD take this fight. They can easily sidestep and go for the Roche thereafter. And it looks like that's going to be the case. Big fight there for LGD. They take out 3. They lose no one. Why does it keep showing me the recap? All right, I got it. And they're going to move right into the pit. Good lead in there from Maybe as he's able to take out the Earthshaker first and foremost. And a very ineffective Sonic Wave from the SMJ thereafter. Really catches Hyper Glory Team off guard. They capitalize big, man. They take a huge fight, and they're going to get the Roche. And they have a lineup that only gets better as time goes on.
Roshan has fallen to the Dire. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And of course, it is going to be Storm Spirit to pick up the Aegis maybe now with that second life.
Dire's bottom tower
Sylar's going to go for
is
a
under
butterfly
attack.
himself here. He's actually almost got it complete as he picks up the Eagle Song. So, evasion from both sides. No MKB in sight for either. As Shadow Fiend's looking to finish out his Satanic first and foremost. I don't imagine he'll deter anywhere else.
Yes.
But this is pretty troublesome. I mean, woo! We have gone back down. This is the biggest advantage of the game so far for LGD. Maybe cuts off Westbrook here and sheeps him before BKB can happen, but there's going to be a sheep return there for ZSMJ. Uh-oh. Ice Blast, though. Nice connection. It goes through the BKB. He's not eating any damage right now, but this BKB ends and the AA persists. He actually could die from this.
Quick sprint.
He's trying to sprint back to base. Oh, God. Oh, God. How much time is left? It's so close. He's fine. Thank goodness for the first part of that BKB. You could just tell now LGD a lot more confident than they were before. Happy to strut their stuff down this mid lane. With Aegis in hand, they are in a nice position to start taking some tier 2 towers. And it's on Hyperglory team to put out a pretty big defense, which they do have a really nice defensive lineup here. They're going to smoke up.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Maybe get someone on the walk out. Maybe he's close here. Oh, they're not looking to use it though. I think they're just going to go right to the next objective, push out this bottom lane, go for the tier 2 there next. And while they do that, we have Hyperglory team. I don't know if they're looking to check out the LGD woods or something, but they're not going to find much up there. Pressure is on bottom right now. And if they don't step back to defend, this is going to be an easy tier 2 for LGD, enhancing their big lead even further. And it is. It goes down. Maybe gets the last hit on it. And they're not letting up. They're going to go right towards the high ground here. Try to force some Hyperglory team members back to the base.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I like that. He's going to drop down the Spirit to see if maybe Earthshaker hiding in the woods nearby, waiting for a big echo dump. Look at the damage already done, though, from Sylar on the tower. That's just from the low ground siege. Gets it down to about quarter life. But that's enough for LGD to kind of pull back and away. They have forced rotations from all of Hyperglory team. And now they're going to take this time to farm up across the map, Sylar towards mid. And maybe we'll just kind of take the reins for the top here. Blink Dagger on your Spirit Breaker. Don't see that one every day. But it is good for disengaging, engaging further. I'm curious to see where he's going to be doing with this. But all in all, it's LGD looking to clear out the last tier 2 tower here.
Top tower is under
at
attack.
the top. Already Hyperglory team in defensive position here, anticipating LG will do the same that they did on the bottom and go towards the high ground, but they're not. They pull back. They already see a lot of Hyperglory team missing from the map, so they're not going to be as risky here.
Let the fun begin.
Oh, all right. So, Air
Haste.
puts off his Satanic to finish out an MKB. Smart choice when you see that Medusa has his butterfly complete. And you're going to need to find some sort of way to get some connected damage because it's already hard enough as it is to break through that mana shield. And she is also looking to complete out her own MKB. Demon Edge already in hand, just a couple of javelins away.
New treasures.
Look at poor Hyperglory team, man. They have been kind of stuck inside the baselines here for what feels like the past 5 minutes or so. Not really able to kind of overstretch their boundary a bit, knowing that LGD have a strong upper hand advantage in this game. They take a big team fight, that's a Rax. I mean, they already committed the buyout from their Shadow Fiend, who may be at top of net worth, but look how quick Sylar is moving up. At 2,200 net worth, what was once a 6K difference between him and Air is now less than 2K, it looks like. Or about 2K, exactly. Now they go, mid lane. Oh, MMY, that's a catapult. Not Telke's target, but they still consider to move on forward on the Westbrook, but now they have to pull back and away. Jumping from Pretty Hawk, gets the finger onto Sylar. They unload everything they can on this Medusa to bring her down, then they got her. She is out. Now they go for Xiao Wei next. Hyper Glory Team take advantage of the misstep there from LGD. And they quickly take down 2. ZSMJ, they're on the hunt for Yao here. Yao flies away, but TP's home. He's able to make it out, barely before the charge comes in from Westbrook. It's only a 2-man takedown, but they get Sylar down. And that allows Hyper Glory Team a little bit of wiggle room to get themselves back in this. Still LGD in a pretty comfortable position. Now we see Hyper Glory Team looking to take a tier 2 themselves as top 1.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And look how freaking hard air hits. Go, bang, back. Easy gold.
Dire's top
Easy
tower
life.
has
He'll farm
fallen.
up the creeps as well. Just after finishing his MKB, he already has 2,600, which I imagine he could be holding out for buyback just in case. Y does have Hex stolen here.
Over here.
Unfortunately, he didn't for him to get the telekinesis onto the catapult. And LGD seemed a bit
6 horns off of
like they were second guessing how they wanted to commit from thereafter, and because of that, it allowed a window for Hyper Glory Team to really bounce back. And it's going to be a Lincoln's now complete on Maybe. Probably looking to put that more so on Sylar to help out in case he gets locked down, considering, you know, of course, it's a Medusa, no BKB, no nothing, but will help out against this Lion. Okay, Hyper Glory Team near Roche. LGD also congregated here. Oh, there's going to be the jump. Maybe going on to Air. BKB popped. Air unleashing the Requiem right next to Sylar. He's going to be eating a lot of damage. He is pulled away from the rest of his team, isolated and alone, and they take him out. A finger is the cherry on top for that one. Westbrook is going to be the trade. But Sylar had just come back. Goes down again. Stolen charge from MMY. Thinks about making it go on to Pretty Hot, but it will be promptly canceled. How's Roche looking? He's got a little bit of time. CSMJ trading a little bit here with Xiao 8. Who will not be caught out. And it looks like Hyper Glory Team are going to have to pull back and away. Man, just look at that. That is the 2 takedowns of Sylar getting Hyper Glory Team pretty much right back in the game. We are about square even as far as both net worth and XP goes. And game 2 here of this matchup between Hyper Glory Team and LGD. And as you can see, it's Hyper Glory Team that are up 1 game already. On the verge of pulling out a pretty big upset. Where LGD are coming into this matchup like 80-83% favorites. Now Air, able to finish out his Satanic, buying out for it.
I am ever so beautiful.
Everyone's not looking to be too far from this Roche, and it's the same story here for LGD. Let's check out their vision here, as LGD don't have vision across the other side or in the pit itself. Same goes for Hyper Glory Team. So it's going to be a smoke here. Charge. Hey, how's it going? Quick blink back. Now Maybe jumps in, gets the quick hex on to Kaka as they make it go. For Pretty Hot. They take both supports out quickly. A going to be unleashed here. Westbrook trying to get back and away, and quickly LGD to wipe out 3. ZSMJ forced to retreat. Same with Air, and that is all LGD really need to get this Roche. Nice smoke play and a jump in from MMY. LGD go right into the pit. Pretty unfortunate there, as Hyper Glory Team were on the verge of coming back. And now that bit of an advantage has been handed right back over to LGD. This time, Aegis goes to Sylar. He had been caught out too many times, so having that second life certainly will help. Now already with all the outer towers down from Hyper Glory Team, it's just a matter of pushing towards the high ground here for LGD to get into that base. What is this BKB doing over here? Alright, Sylar now out in front. MKB now complete. Has it on hand. Scary stuff right now for Hyper Glory Team. Fissure to slow him down. Immediately will Manta and look to finish off this tier 3. He got it. Look at the spacing here. LGD waiting far behind. Pretty Hop moves in, gets the stun on the Sylar, but the heals are already there from Yao. Immediate jump in as they finish off the Lion. They want the support next. They get both supports down. No buyback. Sylar moves in. Stone Gaze unleashed and right clicks down. Air goes out. No buyback. That could be the game now, as LGD will be able to clean out this set of racks and possibly the next set. Air is out 90 seconds. CSMJ, the lone defender here, just wants to get a quick pick on the MMY, does so. But they know it's over and they call game. Game number 2 goes to LGD, and we'll be going into a game number 3. For a while there, it did look like Hyper Glory Team were in good position to pull out a bit of a 2-0 upset, but it is Sylar Medusa after all. And it will take a whole lot of effort. I mean, still, they got her down 7 times, but it's just not enough. Your Storm Spirit wasn't able to really be effective early on. But they get 2 big fights, and there is just not much they can do. Medusa is just too far ahead. And Air, even though he's pretty much king of the net worth the whole game, just can't match up with the power of the Sylar Medusa. And that's it. Game number 2 now in the books. We're even, folks, 1-1 as we go into game number 3. I'm Beyond the Summit. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm KotLGuy casting from Beyond the Summit. I'll be uploading these VODs in between the matches over on the Beyond the Summit YouTube, but we'll be back for game number 3 in just a hot second. Please, sit tight.